Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Larper. I remember it so you don't have to. Teenage Mutant fucking Ninja Turtles. This was the shit when we were growing up. This was everywhere.
Comic books, TV shows, breakfast cereals, they even had a pie named after them. It tasted like splooge, but we didn't care. As long as it had the Ninja Turtles on it, we were happy.
So when we found out that there was going to be a live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, I stayed the fuck away from it because it was made by the same guy that made Transformers. And instead, I looked at this one where, when I watched it for the first time, I shit my pants with joy. And then I ate the shit because I loved that movie so much. Okay, I might have been the only person that did that, but still, this movie is fucking great!
In 1990, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was released on the big screen and was an amalgamation of the comic book and the 80s cartoon show, and it was awesome. It made a lot of money. So much so that it spawned two sequels. One was okay, and the other was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, which we don't talk about. Fuck that movie.
This movie kicked ass back then, and it's probably gonna kick ass now. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Just that, I'm not gonna add the 1990 in the title.
The film opens with New York City with narration done by April O'Neil, played by Jill of Hogue.
As a kid, I never really cared about her portrayal as April, as I prefer the actress who played her in the sequels. However, she does a really good job at being April O'Neil in this first movie.
She's got the spunk, heart, wit, and most importantly, the obsession for her job. In fact, she's so good in the role that you don't even need her to wear yellows for me to basically be like, oh, I believe that's April.
But I will say, the one time that they make her wear yellow, it's really stupid.
You see, in the cartoon, she wears a jumpsuit, but in the movie... Oh, come on! That's not a jumpsuit, that's a raincoat!
There's a difference, there's a fucking difference! Look, I'll tell you the difference. Jumpsuit, raincoat, jumpsuit, raincoat, jumpsuit, raincoat, jumpsuit, raincoat, they're both not the fucking same!
Get away from me!
She stumbled across some robbers who were trying to mug her, then out go the lights and she's suddenly safe. She finds one of the weapons of one of her rescuers left behind. Damn. We get the title of the movie and...
Awesome!
Oh my god, that is exactly how they should be looking in the live-action movies. Like, seriously, what was Michael Bay even doing with that movie? Like, fuck that one. These are the real Ninja Turtles.
The guy who put this all together was Jim Henson, the Muppet guy. And do you know how much those puppeteers had to squat in order to get their hands up those asses?
It's not even worth thinking about.
If this movie was made today, chances are they would turn them into computer-generated images. Bullshit! After getting back to the sewer and getting some wise words from Master Splinter, Raphael leaves to go see a movie.
Where did they come up with this stuff?
Gotta love it when a turtle in a French coat says, "Now that's very far-fetched."
We're also introduced to Casey Jones, played by Iggy's Boteas, who is beating up some lowlifes who steal a purse, and he's about to go too far when Raphael stops him.
I gotta love it when the humans don't recognize that's a giant turtle wearing a French coat and a hat. You'd think the human race would be smarter, but to be honest, with the route we're going down, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't even notice.
Actually, someone does notice that that's a giant turtle in a French coat, and they seem like they don't care.
What the heck was that?
Looked like sort of a big turtle in a trench coat.
After a touching scene with Splinter and April getting yelled at by the police chief, we see her trying to get home when she gets jumped by the Foot Clan. Oh no, you didn't!
Alright, April's gonna go kick some ass!
As you probably guessed, Raphael saves April and takes her back to their home in the sewers. There she meets the other turtles and their mentor, a giant rat named Splinter. And I have to admit, saying this all out loud made me realize how freaking weird this movie is.
Where did they come up with this stuff?
So Splinter explains to April the origins of where they came from. Splinter somehow made it to New York, don't worry, we'll get to that when we get to that, as he came across a canister of ooze with 4 baby turtles. Within a day, both the turtles and Splinter grew in size and even began to form words.
Pizza, pizza.
It could happen!
Splinter decides to name them after the famous Renaissance painters, because Giant Mutant Turtle seems to scream the Renaissance period.
It made sense back then.
April and the Turtles start to get along at her apartment, but while that's happening, Splinter has been kidnapped by the Foot Clan. The Turtles stay with April as we cut to the Shredder, explaining his amazing plan.
Together we will punish these creatures.
So, what was his plan again?
Together we will punish these creatures. These turtles.
Okay, you are high. Where's the exit?
We cut back to the Turtles at April's house. Raph and Leo have some form of argument, and then Ralph gets freaking attacked by the Foot Clan.
Of course!
Raph gets thrown out of the window, and the other Turtles had to fight the Foot Clan, causing Michelangelo to have a nunchuck off.
I don't care how many times I've seen the trailer, that's the dumbest shot I've ever seen from the movie.
Then we get, finally, the best scene in the film. The Turtles versus the Foot.
Yeah! Kick their asses! Woo! Do it, yeah! Yeah!
Attack!
Yeah! More violence! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Kick his ass! Yeah!
April's apartment burns down and they have to hide out in April's forest shack. Okay, what the fuck? But Casey overhears April's boss firing her during the fight, so he decides to tell her the bad news, and well, she takes it very well.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
But after that, we get to see the Turtles, April and Casey, try to relax themselves and basically gather their thoughts after what just happened. I really like the scenes of them trying to recover after everything that happened. I really like to hope that Avengers 2 might have borrowed from these. With that being said, there are some moments that are unintentionally hilarious.
Like, I never laughed where they put unconscious Raphael until I saw this movie again.
Did they just toss him in there while they were unloading their luggage? Where are the beds in this place? Look, I know a turtle can be comfortable in a tub of water, but somehow I don't think the measurements check out. Raphael finally wakes up, and April and Casey immediately go from hating each other to loving each other. No, I'm not joking, this shit actually happens really fast. Leonardo meditates and somehow could talk to Splinter, and he encourages the others to meditate with him as well to see a ghostly vision of him.
I am proud of you, my sons. Anakin was a good friend. When I first knew him, your father was already a great pilot.
What is it?
It's time to go back.
The Turtles finally decide to go home, where they find Danny, who's been hiding out there since they were out. Danny gets to keep one of the drawings that April drew earlier, then later that night he sneaks out to go talk to Master Splinter.
Many years ago, I lived in Japan, a pet of my master Yoshi.
What?
So Splinter was a pet of his Master Yoshi, but his Master Yoshi had a rival, Orokusaki, who hated Yoshi because he won the heart of a woman. Because he was angry, he killed both of them, and Splinter got revenge by scratching his face. Right after Splinter does that, Shredder decides to cut off his ear. And I'm not gonna lie to all of you, I feel high just explaining this to everybody here.
What are you doing in there, boy?
The Shredder finds out the Turtles have returned, and he goes himself along with the Foot Clan to take them down. The Turtles fight them off as Danny follows Casey, who had a change of heart, to go free Splinter. However, they get themselves caught. Casey gets a drop on it, however, 22-year-old Sam Rockwell isn't having any of this.
We're a family. You call this here and that down there family?
The film does a pretty good job talking to youth at the time.
Like, yeah, we'll totally be brainwashed by a literal silver samurai, but once one of them loses, this place is kinda lame.
Hey, dudes, where you going? I ain't done.
The Turtles fight their way to a backdrop of New York as the Shredder jump cuts to them. And of course, being the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they get their asses handed to them. But at least we get some funny lines.
At exactly what point did we lose control here?
Maybe somebody ought to tell them that we're the good guys.
But everything all changes when Splinter enters the picture. It's Sensei versus Sensei. It's Giant Rat versus Giant Cheese Crater. The battle of all battles begins.
This is gonna be good! Here it comes! Bullshit! What the hell was that? He just basically charged at him, and then he freaking just flips and then goes into the garbage! What kind of fight was that?
Oh, who cares? The day is saved. The Shredder's defeated, April and Casey gets that kiss, and the Turtles say the final line of the movie. Cowabunga indeed.
And that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is it a good film? Yes, it is. Is it better than the Michael Bay version? Of course it fucking is!
This movie is what I call a perfect comic book adaptation. It mixes elements of the original comic and elements from the 80s TV show. If you wanted to show your kids a Ninja Turtles movie, I recommend this one. It is just timeless, classic, and is better than most of the other Ninja Turtles movies that have come out today.
I'm the nostalgia Larper. I remember it so you don't have to.
Heroes in a half shell, turtle power.